Command is watching. Make me proud.
Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Vafris, and welcome to the first of a 4-part series on my channel known as the Black Ops 3 Map Showcase. The point of this series is to give you guys an overview or a showcase of each individual map from the Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta. Starting off on the showcase here, we've got Combine, which, to be honest, out of the 4 maps in the multiplayer beta was my least favorite, which is why we're starting with this. We'll be working towards my favorite and going from there. One thing I do really like about this map is it is very, well put together, very well laid out. I do like the flow of the map. One thing I don't really like about it is I prefer medium to long range maps or larger maps, and this is a very small map. I mean, it's not a bad thing because it does keep the action moving. It is a very fast paced map. And the games don't take very long on the map, but to be honest, I don't know why, other than Nuketown and the fan favorites like that, the small maps to me, ever since Modern Warfare 2, like Rust on Modern Warfare 2, ever since then, the smaller, more close quarters maps have never really been my favorite maps. But this map, like I said, it is a good map. I do really like the map. I do wish, there are a couple things about the map I wish were maybe a little bit different. I like the ability to wall run in many places here, and I do like the central areas as well. This house is one thing I do wish could be a little bit different in the downstairs area, to the left of or right here where I'm going. I do wish there was a secondary exit or entrance, because right here, it feels kind of closed in, and I feel like, it tends to having only 1 or 2 entrances right there, the one from the inside and the one from the outside. I feel like that does allow for a little bit of camping, and I like on the other maps where, all of those things are kind of negated by the fact that you have multiple entrances. Also, again, this clip, you probably would have seen that clip before from this highlighted clip last week. Again, it's just a nice shot that I wanted to go ahead and highlight because I thought it was a good thing. I like this area from this spawn, having the rocks and everything like that, as well as along this right side having the tunneled area rather than having multiple different areas to be from. You have a couple central locations, that's about it. I did actually notice a lot of people camping in this corner with shotguns, and that house, or this little hut area that I was just shooting into, that is another place that I did notice that I would get shotgunned a lot. The shotguns in the game are one thing I mentioned during my first impressions video. One of the shotguns in it, I felt like it was just very strong. Like, it was an instant kill pretty much as soon as you got hit. There wasn't really much you could do about it. And that was one of the areas, and that was one of the issues that I found with this being such a close quarters map. The one thing I didn't really like, because I did find myself queued up with a lot of people that you just instantly die as soon as you run around the corner. One thing I do really like about the map is this area here with the wall run, or the very large wall run. I like the ability to, go from one side to the other like that. It does kind of get a little sketchy when you're using the wall run, because one thing I found myself doing is at the beginning of matches and stuff, I would find myself pre-aiming just to make sure that anyone coming around, you had pretty much a good drop on them. So when you're actually using the wall run, it gets kind of scary, but there are multiple different entrances and exits to the wall run, as I'm pretty sure come up in the map here, or in this video here. One through either end, and then also one through the middle to the left of where I'm looking right now. Again, this corner, I'm not really sure exactly why, but that corner I did notice the most camping being done in this map. Again, as you saw the first time, it was pretty easy to get away from, especially if you had a Sparrow or something like that, or whatever, some sort of explosive. It was pretty easy to counter. Also, this area right up here where you run up the stairs, it's a very close quarters area, and there's always people usually watching for people along that wall run. Also, it's very open in the middle right there. That is another area where you can jump into the wall run from, which I found out from trial and error. It works out pretty well. It's not quite as smooth as going from end to end, but I also do like that the house right where I'm standing next to. Other than that one specific room that I had touched on earlier, I feel like the house has a lot of good entrances and exits. I feel like you're able to get up and behind people pretty easily, and you know, it was just a good area to sit around by and, you know, catch people running through.
UAV awaiting orders.
DXD inbound.
Also, I'm not really sure how I managed to stay on the map that time, but just another little highlight for you guys. Anyways, this is going to go ahead and wrap up this first episode of Black Ops 3 Map Showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this once the game is actually released to showcase the rest of the maps, I can definitely set that up for you guys. Just let me know with a like and a comment. Also, keep your eyes out the next 3 days. I'll have parts 2, 3, and 4 of this video. And just for the record, you know, I did pretty decent in this game. I ended up going 16-7. That's not too bad.